Hello everyone, and welcome to my next video for the Cydia Final Fantasy Aranea, where I'm going to be taking on the Dimensions End Entropy Tier 8 Chaos Quest, and for this one I'm bringing along a team of Emperor, Rosa and Lulu with Shiva as a summon. So I have to be honest with this one, I did complete it for the first time when I was not recording, but it was really unexpectedly difficult. Like, the first wave has like 2 Humbabas in it, and they have a brave HP attack called Needleshot that becomes progressively more powerful the less health that they get. And if you end up taking a Needleshot plus, which is when they get really low on health, and they recover from break on the same turn, and you don't have a tank, you're basically dead. You're just like instantly dead. Like, just don't even, do not pass go, do not collect £200. You are getting completely destroyed. The main sort of the reason that a lot of people refer to this as the so-called imperil meta, or the imperil dimensions end, is because of wave 2, where it has realms event bosses in it. The way these guys work is that they're basically like chameleons, and they switch between different colours, and each individual colour, you can't see it here, but you'll see it when you actually play. They have a different elemental weakness. Like, it starts out with a fire weakness, and I think it shifts over to like either like a lightning weakness or a wind weakness or something. They basically cycle through different colours, and unless you hit them with their weakness, they are double resistant to everything, so you're not going to be hitting them for dick. You're going to be doing like 500 damage a hit, like, no joke. The only way to actually disable that is to hit them with their corresponding elemental weakness, at which point they will lose their resistance for about 5 turns, I think, and you can damage them normally. I don't know if they'll continue to be double resistant to ranged, because every other enemy in this quest is double resistant to ranged, so if you were hoping to bring Aranea along, then I sure hope you've got a spare Lulu lying around, because otherwise you're just not going to be able to do it. So I don't know if these guys retain their range resistance. They probably don't, actually. They probably drop all the resistances, but because everything else is double resistant anyway, you're just not going to want to bring any ranged characters without, well, basically Lulu. I suppose I don't even want to say you could get away with Onion Knight, right? Because he only has his 2 Crystal 65s that he uses to enchant with, and you're going to run out of turns eventually. Like, 9 turns of Imperil when you're in a 4-wave like boss rush is just not good enough. So yeah, basically what you want to do with these guys is, if you don't hit their natural weakness, like say for example you imperil them with, say, like, let's take Yuri or Eiko for example, and you imperil them with Holy and you hit them with a Holy weakness, that's not going to make them drop their resistances. But it does allow you to bypass the damage type resistances, like every imperil does now. They've changed the weakness thing. So there's 2 approaches to this. You can either bring along characters like Yuri, Golbez, Eiko, Onion Knight, characters that are basically self-sufficient in terms of being able to imperil, or you can bring along someone like Lulu, for example, who can enchant the entire party reliably. In fact, I think there's literally only there's Lulu, Rydia and Garnet who can do that, but Rydia and Garnet don't have their realizations yet, and you're going to want to bring, a proper powerhouse to this one. So it's basically either hard skip this one. Another thing you could do is you could actually bring Ifrit as a summon, to be honest, and you could just summon Ifrit and then just pummel them during the summon and hope that you do enough damage. But I mean, you're probably not going to kill them before the summon runs out, and you'll have a few turns after the summon to burst them down, and then afterwards they're going to put their resistances back up again when they change colours, so you have to be wary of that. But these guys also have an irritating habit, in my experience, of, look, they have this technique called Bark Blow. It literally says it in the move, recovers from break, brave plus HP attack. So they can clap you at any time. If you get broken by that, you're going to take a lot of damage. Wave 3 isn't really a problem, to be honest. The Ochu is kind of weak sauce, and then the last wave, wave 4, it's got this dickhead in it. It's Leon's event boss, for anyone who remembers how this thing works. It does a ton of brave HP attacks, and it just basically nukes everyone. So I didn't, when I cleared this the first time, I didn't even waste my time with this one. I just got as many turns out as I could. I went into summon, I bursted it down because I'd been saving up on my Emperor skill 2s. But I'll be honest, even though I've cleared it in 65 turns and I've got a nice high score, I did actually struggle with this one quite a bit, because you do take a lot of bravery HP attacks, and sometimes very unpredictably. There was one time when I got hit with a Needleshot and I just instantly died. There was plenty of times where the Behemoths would just randomly recover from break and just smack me around the face, and I didn't want to use Penelo for this because I wanted to save her for later Dimensions Ends, but that might not have been the best idea because Rosa's healing, even with her sphere, is just... she doesn't have a lot of that burst healing, you know what I mean? So if you lose like a huge chunk of health, then it's not going to be that good. So Rosa's probably not the best choice here. I would probably do a lot better if I brought along Eiko because her healing is a lot stronger. I would definitely do better if I brought along Penelo. If you have Penelo and you don't have any sort of reservations about using it here, then she's an excellent choice, and she, you know, you won't go far wrong. Even Yuri's a great choice because his HP regen is as bonkers as Penelo's. In fact, if you bring both of them along, you're basically invincible as long as you don't get one-shotted. It's actually insane. But I haven't used Emperor or Ultimuted yet, and I think it's about time that I kind of start using them, because I think by the time the Emperor gets his LD, the Chaos version of Dimensions End is basically going to be almost over. And the Lufenia one, as far as I know, is not out in JP yet. We're still kind of waiting on that. So I'm just going to use Emperor now, because if I don't use him now, I'm not going to use him. So I brought along Lulu as well because of the imperils. I would have brought along E3, in fact I did it the first time, but in my experience the turn spacing is a bit tight, so I think Shiva is going to actually be more helpful in getting in those turns. One thing I've actually done with Emperor is I have replaced his E3 initial attack up passive with firepower up, because actually if you get enchanted by say Lulu or anyone else with an elemental enchant, then you do actually get the damage bonus from the elemental skills as well, so that's going to help Emperor hit that much harder. I think Lulu and Emperor go really well together. If I would change anyone, I'd probably have Penelo instead of Rosa, but I'm going with Rosa. Maybe I'll end up having to do a few resets. I'll cut those out, but I will mention it where that happens. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump into it and pray to the gods above that, okay, let's download 2 megabytes, why not? Let's just let's pray that we get a good result and don't have to do too many resets, because 1, that would be embarrassing, and 2, that's not very helpful for anyone watching. Okay, so the first thing I like to do when I start off is I'll get up Emperor's skill 1s on the enemies, because I don't think they're immune to speed down. They are immune to speed down. Okay, forget what I said. But I like to use skill 1 anyway, because I need to get his EX up. So with Lulu, I'm going to try not to waste any skills until we get her to 5 stacks. She gets 1 stack per bravery attack and per HP attack. So honestly, I'm gonna try and focus one of these guys down. So I think I'm gonna focus my attacks on B. So I'm gonna bravery attack here because there's no guarantee that her turn's gonna jump up. If you know what I mean? Like, yeah, HP plus has high turn rate, but there's no guarantee that she's going to jump up there. So I don't want it to get broken, basically. Emperor's not going to get broken here either. That's good. Let's use skill 1 over here. Okay. But basically, I just want to try to avoid taking as many breaks as I possibly can, really. Yeah, so his EX is nearly charged, so I will actually use a skill 2 here. I want to save most of my skill 2s for the final wave. I'm going to risk it for a biscuit. I'm going to use HP plus here and hope I don't get clapped out by A. Okay, so I knew that was going to happen, but we've got the trap on there, so that's not too bad. And B is about to recover from break, which is all sorts of awful, but I'm going to use Prey anyway, and again, hope I just don't get destroyed. Okay, that's good, we're safe, kind of. We're as safe as we're getting. Okay, so we have 5 stacks of her ability, so I'm going to use Stingamog here to get the Imperil down so we do a ton of damage, and yeah, I'm going to get broken, it's inevitable. I want the damage. Okay, so Lulu's turn is just going to get yeeted off the turn bar, that's fine. So we see that firepower up. Definitely procs there. We do very nice damage when it ignores, on the Dreary Cell Trap, on the EX when it ignores defense, we do some very nice damage there. Yeah. So let's pop our Crystal 65. I'm going to try and focus one of these guys down. That's not the most efficient damage-wise, but it's just like, I don't want to die, is the bottom line here. I don't want to die. So let's HP++, because we have some nice Brave Pill at the moment. And then, yeah, let's pop our skill 1. I'm going to shift gears and focus on A here and hope that B doesn't HP attack. Oh, it's recovered. But we are fine, thank God. Okay, phew. We are relatively safe. I don't want to say we're safe because we're not. You can never be safe, but it's as good as it gets. Okay, so let's EX with Lulu. Oh no. Oh, we survived. We actually survived. That's actually awesome. That Needleshot ++, I've been hit with that attack so many times before and it's always just one-shot me. I don't even think I got broken with it, but maybe I did. Okay, that's really good. Yeah, it's time to get out of the wave. Let's go. I'm happy with that result. Okay, so my reset counter is at 1. I literally got them both down to the point where they were just about to die. And Lulu got exploded by a bark blow. No, it was Emperor. Like the thing recovered from break, and then it broke Emperor, and then just completely annihilated him, like 17k damage, man. So yeah, that's not gonna happen. Let's try again. So we've still got the enchant from Lulu, and these things start off being fire weak, so we can just go straight in with some juicy damage. So for the next 5 turns, they're not going to change elements, and we're relatively safe. Let's just try and save a few skills with Lulu for now. Actually, like, how long do we have? We don't have very. We need to refresh bloody. We need to refresh the enchant. That's for sure. So I am going to try and focus damage on one of them, like a little bit. So I'm going to be focusing on A. Here I'm actually just going to Brave ++, so B doesn't break Emperor, and we can benefit off the Brave Bill because the traps are all going to blow up. And let's use Fire Marimba so we get the enchant back up. Excellent. So that is going to do a fiddly amount of damage, and this is just going to blow him off the face of the planet with some extremely high damage numbers because they haven't procced their invisible defense bullshit yet. Meanwhile, we refresh the Crystal 65, and I use HP++, so I do not get broken, hopefully. Excellent. There we go. That's all looking hunky-dory. You know what, I'll do some damage over here too. I definitely do not want you being unbroken. This is not something I can allow. Come at me. Oh! God, remove miss. I'll take those every day. Okay, so I'm going to stick you with a skill 2. We're definitely going to do increased weakness damage, because these things are quite scary if they stick around for too long. It's respectable damage. So this is probably not going to break this thing. I lied. Okay, that's the best result. Oh god. Okay, they're going to switch up elements now. So they get a little bit more dangerous at this point when they start shifting elements. So we definitely need the imperil from Lulu here. Oh, that does no damage, that hurts my soul. But this will definitely do a lot of damage. And I am even going to pop one of these. Stack all the multipliers. Okay, that's good. I mean, Rosa's not going to get broken, so we don't mind that. I think these things actually get a brave damage reduction buff as well, because if you look at it, yeah, just wait until Dreary Cell. Like, that was doing 9999 damage at the start. Dreary Cell ignores defense, and they're still not dead yet, so yeah, that kind of sucks. Unless we've got an attack debuff or something. Okay, I don't like the fact that A's got 2 turns coming up, so I'm going to try and explode A. Emphasis on try. Let's see if this does enough. Success! Okay, we are going to get out of this wave unscathed. Which is a definite improvement on the first time that I did it. Looking good. Excellent. So we still have summon. We're out of the arguably one of the most annoying wave, and this thing is definitely getting an imperil to the face. So honestly, you only really need to worry about the thing in the middle. It is gonna spawn adds, but you really don't need to worry about them. This is kind of like a breather wave compared to the rest of them. It's not that difficult, as long as you don't get blown up by the little guys. Which I'm not going to, because I'm pretty sure Emperor's got his EX right here, which he does. So they're all going to explode in spectacular fashion. How are we doing for the fire enchant? Excellent, we've got like 3 turns left on it, so that's good. I'm just going to HP plus on the middle guy because I want to concentrate all the damage I can. Yeah, speaking of concentrating damage, let's do it. So the little guys are not imperiled, which is unfortunate, but we should still get plenty of damage from the AoE bravery effects. Yeah, to the point that they just explode. Yeah, that's tremendous. So you know what? I'm going to pray here to refresh the prey buffs, and the trap's going to blow him up. Guaranteed. Excellent. Phew. So yeah, that's definitely one of the easier waves, but now we've got these chucklefucks. Now I'm not worried about the Kraken whatsoever because I'm just not. Like it spends its first turn getting up one of its buffs, but it's absolutely this guy over here we need to worry about because, well, oh, he's weak against ice. That's awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna have to burn a turn with Emperor just to get the trap on him. Do I want to do that? Do I really? No, I don't think I do. Do I? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Let's burn a turn with Emperor. Let's get the Crystal 65 up. We want to blow these guys up in summon ASAP, and we definitely want to take this guy down because he's just going to spam Bravery HP attacks. So we need to erase him from existence. Sorry, we need the Imperil. I know you've got EX, I know you want to use it, but not right this second. Okay, it's important. So, Divine Blast. And on the absolute last turn possible, this is when we go into summon. And you see how the turn spacing is in our favour because we waited until the last second. That does tend to happen more often than not, so definitely do this. This is something you want to do. So yeah, let's just try and blow up the Tiamat or whatever the hell it's called. So we want to go in with the EX from Lulu. And we're kind of farming the Kraken for damage. If you notice, we're hitting it for 9,000 because, yeah. Let's focus all the firepower we can over here. Definitely get that glorious EX. We want to use Sting on Mog during the summon because it does the most damage. Because it has the most hits. And yeah, don't even worry about Crystal 65, just blow it up. Oh god, we're not going to do it in time, are we? We're not actually going to make it. Are we? I don't think we are. This worries me immensely and intensely. Go on, Lulu, get in there. All the turn hacks, all day. Oh god, no, if only you went faster. So this may be the part in which Emperor gets absolutely annihilated. Let's find out. He survived! Okay. Oh, thank god for that. That is scary, man. I don't care what anyone says, that's terrifying. I expected it to be worse, though. Okay, so now it's pretty much free from this point. Let's just make sure that in our excitement we don't fail the HP requirement, which we do not by a long shot. Alright, GG. Can Lulu bring it home? She absolutely can. There we go. That is even better than my first attempt. Alright, so only one reset as well. That definitely went a lot better than I expected. That's yeah, that's going to be my run of Dimensions in Tier 8. So thanks everyone for watching, and until the next one, take care and goodbye.